It's confusing to me when people seem surprised of Mercy's high pick rate. Even before her changes, Mercy had a high pick rate. Most of this was quick play though. Mercy wasn't seen in the meta very often. When Ana was released, she took over as a primary healer in the triple tank meta because of her strong healing and her ability to heal multiple targets quickly. She was tossed aside soon after when she received a nerf, which honestly I'm thankful for, because triple tank meta makes me want to die, because apparently it's too hard for people to switch to tank counters. I still played Mercy during the triple tank meta, even though at that time I was mid gold and hardly played comp out of fear of toxicity. Seeing as Overwatch is the first FPS I've ever played, I spent a good chunk of my time in quick play learning heroes. It wasn't even until I reached 200 hours of Mercy that I started taking comp more seriously. This of course was when I jumped from low gold to high diamond. Boosted Mercy main by the way. During this climb I realized that Mercy wasn't played because of her healing potential, but instead played because she had the biggest fuck you move in the game, her resurrect. It was considered good if you could force out multiple enemy ults, die, and have your Mercy res you. Azera could pull off an amazing grab combo with a Pharah that wipes your entire team, but the whole time the Mercy was hiding under the bridge and presses Q, and now you've just wasted 2 strong ultimates to 1 button press. Magical isn't it? I had a hard time escaping high plat. My playstyle of Mercy didn't mix well with others. Instead of hiding like a little bitch, I would stay and try to keep my team alive while I had my res. This would sometimes lead to me dying with my ult, then getting flamed in voice chat because I should have been hiding. Good Mercies knew how to stay in the fight while having their ultimate up and only using res if their efforts failed. However, the amount of good Mercy players able and or willing to do this was probably less than 1%, and seeing as Overwatch has over 35 million players, you can guess how many people that is. It was even worse that people seemed to have no idea how to counter a Mercy, despite her being one of the weakest heroes in the game. Most Mercy mains, myself included, have aim worse than a baby with no arms. It's not that hard to just put a few bullets into her. Now that Mercy has Valkyrie, it seems like every DPS player has suddenly learned how to counter her, which mostly consists of solo ulting her. I really can't blame them though. Now that res isn't her ultimate, she's stuck with the most broken ability in the game. I'm not sure who thought putting res as an ability could be balanced. With her new changes, she now has to take almost 2 seconds of her ultimate to res a target, which takes away from the healing. Basically meaning that, while she's resing one teammate, another will probably die. My guess is it'll simply be a better idea to not res during her ultimate and use it to instead provide healing and damage for your team, which was the intended idea when they released these changes. I love the idea lore-wise that Mercy has an ability to bring back people from the dead. It's amazing to wonder about what kind of secrets she has as a character. Even with that, it doesn't mean it has to be a part of the game. They are so fixed on balancing the res ability that they continue to nerf important parts of her ultimate. It's almost like the Overwatch team knows it's an ability that can never be balanced, but are refusing to accept it. I've mentioned it over and over again that I would be happier if they just removed res from the game, but then again, who is going to listen to one tiny Mercy player? I'd have an easier time screaming at a brick wall. Honestly, if Blizzard is so intent on keeping res in the game, I would suggest putting it back as her ult, but putting the 2-second cast time on the ultimate, forcing the Mercy player to use it at key moments. She would be unable to let her entire team die and then fly in. She'd be focused instantly and be shut down by the enemy team, wasting her ultimate. Shutting down the Mercy from resing would be a game-changing move and make it more exciting not only for the enemy team, but for the Mercy player, as she could pull off an amazing game-changing res. My other suggestion would be to put a move in for her ability that gives her vertical movement, an ability that allows her to jump into the air on free will. Giving Mercy more movement other than Guardian Angel would allow a Mercy player to be able to push deeper with her team, instead of relying on an Ana in the back line shooting your Winston who dove in a bit too far. Even then you probably wouldn't have an Ana at your side. Tell me the last time you ever saw an Ana main. My point is that Mercy's pick rate is high because she has res, and that is the only reason why. Until changes are made, the Mercy meta will continue. Constantly nerfing Valkyrie isn't going to change too much. I pray that someone sees this video at Blizzard and agrees with me. Good fucking day.